We are lifelong friends, and on more than one occasion she, 24F, told me, 23F, that her brother, 32 meters, was totally forbidden to me because she was afraid that a relationship of ours could ruin our friendship. Well, I respected that, and I never looked at him with different eyes. I always saw him as an older brother. But about a year ago I moved into the same building as him, and we started seeing each other more often. We became very close, and what started as a new friendship ended in 6, and it wasn't just once, it became a routine that we had for months. We thought about telling her that we were seeing each other many times, but she was having a hard time with her fiance, so we didn't say anything. But I got pregnant, and we can't lie to her anymore. We want to tell her the truth, but we just don't know how, because now the situation is worse. Her fiance broke up with her and called off the wedding, and I don't know if this is the best time to tell her, but we can no longer hide it. I mean, I'm 4 months pregnant and my belly is already showing. She will notice soon, but I'm afraid she'll hate me if I tell her. I screwed up in the worst way possible, and I know I'm a horrible friend, but I love her brother, and he loves me, and we really want to start a family together, but we also love her, and we want to break the news in the best possible way so as not to hurt her feelings, or make her feel betrayed. So what would be the correct way to tell her about our relationship, and about the baby? TL, Dr. I, 23F, got pregnant with my friend's brother, 32 meters. And I don't know how to tell her, 24F, because she's going through a really difficult time with her own relationship. Simple and honest. I know you said Matt is off limits, but I've been seeing him for a few months and I'm pregnant. Don't beat around the bush, or make it really drawn out. Be to the point, and get it out there. I agree, but think it's fair to say, but asterisk we apostrophe ve asterisk been seeing asterisk eac each other. The best you can do now is sit her down together and tell her as gently as possible. Apologize for hiding it from her or whatever, then accept her reaction and respect whatever boundaries she might set in your relationship. Edit. Your relationship with her, obviously, not with your child's father. Going forward, you have other stuff to focus on, so if she is mad or hurt and wants a break from you guys, focus on your own asterisk and let her sort through her feelings. Maybe she'll be able to be happy for you and be excited to have you officially in the family and to be an aunt. But if not, you just have to accept that you chose to do something repeatedly over an extended period knowing full well what her boundary was and that she felt it would impact your friendship. And if the result is that your choice destroys the friendship, then you need to make peace with that, since you clearly knew that going into it. How about guess what? I'm pregnant. Also, you're gonna be an aunt. Let her work it out from there. Greater than sign. So what would be the correct way to tell her about our relationship and about the baby? The correct way would have been about 10 months ago. Now you just have to be straightforward about it. I dated brother's best friend. When I moved in with him, the thing that made him most upset was how long we waited to talk to him about it. Not sure how helpful that is. Did your brother specifically tell you to never ever date his best friend? You're 16 weeks pregnant. It's time to tell both of your families. Privately, tell both of your parents first, and then immediately talk to your friend, soon to be aunt, that you are pregnant. There's really no way to soften the blow. You're a parent first and a friend second. Your relationship with the baby comes first, as does the relationship you now share with the father of your child and the families that your baby now shares. Friendships naturally move to the background when kids and marriages come into play. You might just lose this one quicker than the long slow burn the rest of us feel. But you might also build a new type of friendship via kinship to the baby. Who knows? All that matters is the baby now. I'd tell friend first. I'm confused. What is the brother, Ops BF, doing amidst of this chaos? I do not expect him alone to resolve everything, but minimally, he should lead the upcoming hard announcement. Keeping it mum and letting your friend discover it herself is not going to end well either. This honestly sounds like a badly written Wattpad story. Too late to worry about betraying her or hurting your feelings. It's your actions that did that, not the telling her. You just have to be an adult and be honest with her. Let her know that you care about her and give her space to deal with her feelings. Your friend will be extremely upset. It will be confusing for her, not just because you will now be prioritizing a significant other, but it's her brother whom she explicitly expressed discomfort at the thought of. She shouldn't have forbidden you, though that was childish, but you will also be prioritizing a baby who happens to be her niece. Just messy. And I'm not sure how good of a person her brother is, but that will determine a lot. There could be real considerable reasons why she warned you against dating her own brother. Hopefully, you guys being great parents to her nephew will help soften her over time. Good luck, truly. You are about to deal with a tremendous amount of emotions over these next couple years. It's not childish. She knew that it would ruin her friendship. I'm willing to bet this doesn't last. Which means her brother's ex is her best friend. And that will suck. It's time to tell both your families. I would send her a message. Hey, I know that you've previously asked for me not to see brother, but after we've moved into the same building, we ended up seeing each other quite a lot. I wanted to let you know that we've since been seeing each other romantically and I'm pregnant. I understand if you need some time, but I'd really like to meet up with you in person when you're available. I love you and wanted you to be the first to know. Then you both should tell the rest of your families, if you're close to, you say, your parents and such, since you're already 4 months pregnant. Question: will you and the brother end up dating or just co-parenting? Maybe you're not sure yet. I wish you the best and hope that your friendship survives. She's going to need some time, I think, but if you wait any longer she's going to feel like you've deceived her. I agree on this, except she should tell her friend face to face, not over a message. This happened on This Is Us. The strange thing is, why he hasn't thought to mention it to his sister, that he's dating you. A 32-year-old man hiding his relationship from his sister or anyone is odd, don't you think? Maybe she knows something about him you don't. That may be, but you broke her one condition, so don't be surprised when she drops you. Tell her right away, it'll never be the right time. Tell her you didn't go out of your way to break her boundaries dealing with her brother, but that it happened naturally over a course of time and now you're pregnant and both ready to start a family and let the relationship truly blossom. And of course he's way older. They always are in these messed up situations. When he was 20-ish, she was 10 years old. He saw her through those years because Op said they've known each other since she was a baby. So he saw her as a literal child when he was already an adult. Now, he decided to hook up with her. Yeah, that's messed up. Op, your friend will likely be pissed. The time to tell her was before you ever slept with her brother and definitely before you got pregnant. You definitely betrayed her trust, and so did her brother. I mean, you had the guts to sleep with the dude and break a promise to someone you call your best friend. Have the same guts to say it. She's obviously not going to take it well, but at this point it's your only choice. Out of all the people in the planet you went after the one dude who she won't approve, and whatever, now deal with the consequences. She might be mad, or stop talking to you, and she might come around eventually. She might not. In the end she's not your mom, so you shouldn't be making your life around her. But be upfront, just say it, and don't give excuses. You're two adults who are in a relationship and expecting. You should be able to handle a conversation, lol. Your friend expressly told you not to try anything with her brother. You did anyway and you're going to have to live with the consequences. To your friend it's going to feel like you chose her brother over her. Sure, you're in love and pregnant now, but at the beginning, you cold-factedly chose to respect your friend's wishes and you didn't. However she chooses to respond is her right. I doubt your friendship will ever be the same, and that just is what it is. If you really love the guy, at least you got something that was worth it. You're her brother and you need to come clean to the family. Her fear was that if you and he had a falling out, that you'd leave her life and she didn't want to lose you. Well, that's not possible at this point. For as long as that child exists you will be the mother of her niece. And even if you do choose to break up, you are going to remain tied to him as co-parents. Asterisk HER asterisk brother, not your brother. That threw me for a loop. Regardless of when you tell her, I'd bet on the fact that your friendship is over. You blatantly disrespected her boundaries, you didn't negotiate, and now you've dug a hole so fucking deep that regardless of how, or when there may be no recourse. Oof. Yep, I would prepare yourself emotionally that this *could be a scenario that may come to fruition. All you can do is give it to her straight. She may forgive, and it may work out, but it sounds like by your own account she was very clear. Also may be the case that time is what's needed. Just ask her straight up what she thinks she might need for the friendship to survive. Just tell her. Damage is done. As an aside, a man in his 30s getting with his sister's early 20-something lifelong friend, Reed, he knew you as a child, is a blaring klaxon. I have a decade-long age gap with my sister, and to me, all her friends are children, no matter how far past 18 they get. You're in an age gap relationship and pregnant with a man you think you love when you only got with him a year ago. Please tell people who care about you and keep an eye out for yourself. Don't overlook anything because of your friendship with his sister. I'm not saying he absolutely is bad news, but statistically you are in a dangerous place and your pregnancy ties you to him, which is when dangerous people ramp up. If he were predatory, now he thinks you can't leave him, especially because you're afraid of harming your friendship with his sister. He knew you when he was 18 and you were 9. Huck. This is a huge yikes situation. You are with your best friend's brother who is 9 years older than you, meaning he's known when you were a literal child and he was an adult. And now you are having a kid a few months of dating in, at age 23, while going behind your friend's back. Yikes. Well, you have to tell her, and honestly, she probably won't take it well. Unfortunately, those are the consequences. I agree, it's not the age gap now, but the fact that Op has been lifelong friends with this girl, so for all of the brother's teen years, he'd know Op as his elementary school aged sister's friend. IDK, that's fucking weird. So let me get this straight, your BFF's older brother, that is 9 years older than you, and presumably knew you growing up, when you were 9 he was already a legal adult, decided it would be a good idea to hook up with his baby sister's friend? You're going to have to come clean, and it may well ruin your friendship. But if I were you, I'd find a Planned Parenthood near you. I mean, your body, your choice, but you need to wonder what this 32-year-old sees in a 23-year-old he's known as a kid, and what being forever connected to him, while presumably also forever being estranged from his sister, will look like. Edit. Grammar. The only rational response here. Well, I can see this going downhill, lol. Usually relationships like this don't work, but hope it does for you. I suggest you tell your parents first. And both of you, her brother and you, sit down and tell her. Explain that you guys want to make a family, and after that you guys can tell your boyfriend and friend's parents. What would give you the impression this relationship won't work? Both parties did everything right. They connected naturally and formed a bond. No harm, no foul. Honestly, dude, it doesn't matter what you say or how you say it, the friendship is over. I doubt she'll even want anything to do with the baby either. You decided that some D** was more important than a lifelong friend, and surprise, there is consequences to your actions. Also, how long have you been friends? Cause if he watched you grow up and still started sleeping with you, that's pretty damn gross. According to a comment, he's known her since she was a few months old. This sounds like a cluster F** of ridiculousness. I would not bring a kid into this situation. I can guarantee you that you and this dude that is 9 years older and has known you since childhood will not end up riding off into the sunset together. You're ruining your friendship for no reason.